There's only one thing here. All this is one thing. I call radiant present. It has no name. It is what it is. It's entirely irrational. It's impossible to pin down what it is, how it is, what it is. It's pure mystery. It's pure magic. The mind tries to make sense of it, tries to define what it's made of, what it consists of, and then constructs elaborate theories about how it works by the interaction of these things that it's defined into existence. But none of this is accurate. None of this is true. What this is continually interacts with itself, continually dances with itself, you might say. It's continually self-engaged, continually exploring itself, you might say. And in this exploration, in this engagement, there is discovery. And this is how you develop functionality through discovery. And it's a purely irrational, magical process. It's not a process of mind. I can move my arm. How can I move my arm? At one point, I discovered how to do this. I didn't discover it by having it explained to me. I didn't discover it by sitting and thinking and figuring it out. There was energy engagement of experience. And in the course of the energy engagement of experience, the energy stumbled on what looks like moving my arm and recognized that as something, as a pattern, as a mode of engagement that it could then remember. So I had speak. I'm sitting here speaking. I'm not able to speak by knowing how to do it. I don't sit and figure out, well, how do I speak? Let's see, I have to move my mouth, I have to move my tongue, I have to say words. I mean, it's not like that, is it? It's something that I discovered. I discovered how to speak by being in experience and exploring experience. I discovered making sound, the sounds happening. And I discovered that there's a participation with that. I discovered that there's participation with thought. I discovered there's participation with all these things. So everything, all functionality is a result of discovery. Discovery of the radiant presence dancing with itself. The radiant presence dances with itself and it discovers aspects of itself. It has revelations of what it's like, and then it remembers aspects of these patterns of these modes of engagement. But the discovery is always new. It's always fresh. I pick up a mug. I pick up a cup. Now I know how to do this. Because I've discovered how to do this. I can do this, and I discovered how. I call it picking up a mug, but what it is inconceivable magic, and yet I know how to do it because I've discovered how to do it. And yet there's discovery right now because I've never picked up this is that mug and this is that way and this is that moment with these exact conditions. This is that energy patterns present. So there's a newness there. There's a revelation. There's an ongoing arena for subtlety and nuance revealing itself. And in this ongoing revelation, there's an endless field of unfoldment, an endless field of expansion into newness, into novelty, into greater functionality, into subtlety. And this is yoga. The yoga of radiant presence is the fundamental self-engagement of radiant presence with itself. And as it does so, it discovers, it stumbles upon, you might say, or discovers the way it works by being with itself, by being with its working participatorily, participates, and then discovers how it discovers its possibilities, its possible modes. Now, there's not necessarily any limit whatsoever to these possible modes. So the level of functionality that you may have at any given moment is the sort of cutting edge of your current, sum total of discovery of the radiant presence that you are discovering its nature. But there's no limit whatsoever to ongoing future discovery. And this is yoga, this endless unfoldment, this endless discovery of what this is, what you are, and the way that you are what you are. And this discovery is by the direct inherent engagement, by this being what it is, the radiant presence endlessly dancing with itself. And this is your being, this is your experience, this is the dance of radiant presence. That is what you are. Everything that is this radiant presence. There is no matter, there is no world, there are no beings, there are no humans, there is no space and time. All of that is ways of interpreting, ways of seeing what radiant presence is, but radiant presence itself is utterly beyond being any of that. It is exactly what it is, and it is pure mystery. It is it's inconceivable, literally. And its functioning is essentially by magic. It works the way it does because it does. Not because there's a reason for it, or because there's a logic, or because there's laws that it has to follow. It works the way it works because it is what it is. And this is radiant presence. This is you. This is your reality. This is your world. And what you are is its unceasing aspiration. That's what you always have been, and you always will be. I'll be glad to speak with you all about any of this.